Hello, friends. My name is Robin. Welcome to movie 21 of Disney Plus movie reviews. Have you ever watched a movie because you thought that the lead character was cute? I have done that. That is a big part of why I watched the movie Benji the Hunted. Benji is a dog. Benji is an adorable little dog. The spoiler is Benji's a movie star. Benji is out with his or her owner, trainer, handler person. And then there's a storm in the ocean. Benji gets lost when the boat flips, and they're looking for Benji. And Benji is kind of out in the wilderness, interacting with animals, kind of being hunted-ish. Spoiler free. Fun facts about this movie. It came out in 1987. It is classified as an American children's adventure drama. There was dramatic music and there were dramatic camera zooms. Those are some of my favorite parts of the movie. It was the last Benji movie to star a dog named Benji, the daughter of Higgins. Who is Higgins? I wanted to know. Higgins was a famous shelter dog turned star, apparently. Higgins lived to be 17 years old. He was, the shelter said that he was a border collie, but his trainer believed that he was a mix of Cocker Spaniel, Schnauzer, and miniature poodle. But a lot of dogs played Benji. So that's cool. Some places said 4 and some places said more than that. So I don't know. A lot of dogs, but they're very good, well-trained dog actors. So, movie. Just to let you know, this probably won't have that many spoilers, but if you're like super interested in watching the movie, then maybe watch it and then come back. At about 15 minutes and 50 seconds, they dramatically zoom in on a bunny. And it kind of felt like the camera person was a little bored or was really excited that cameras can zoom, and so they would use it a lot. It did have dramatic effect, but not as like cinematically expertly as you would expect. They kind of have too many dramatic zooms, I said, while Daniel and I were watching the movie, and he was like, well, they don't have any dialogue, so they got to do something. Because the movie starts with people. It's a news anchor being very sad that Benji's gone. We talked to Benji's handler, trainer person, who seemed like they were supposed to be acting kind of like they were in shock, said Daniel. But it just didn't seem like very convincing acting to me. But he was hired to talk for like 2 minutes at the beginning of a movie starring a dog. So you gotta give him something. And then there's one man in the woods who says a few lines. But other than that, it's just music and watching this dog chase down baby animals because he feels protective over them. The hunter, the man that we see, shoots a mountain lion, puma kind of deal. Benji sees it get shot, goes to comfort it, licks off some of the blood, tries to grab its ear to make it move, but it won't. The hunter shoots it again when he gets over there. Benji runs away. So then he sees these 4 babies that look like its babies. And you see him remember the animal that was shot. And so he's like, they're mine now. Or she. Maybe Benji's supposed to be a dog. Benji is a dog. Maybe Benji's supposed to be a girl. I assumed that Benji was a boy. But the dog who's mainly playing Benji is a girl in this movie, so I don't know. Somebody knows probably, but not I. I'm not that person. So, chasing the babies, keeping them safe. There's a bear, there's a wolf, and then there's another mountain lion kind of deal thing, puma, large creature. It's a lot of it. There's a song that they play multiple times in this movie that sounds like they took You've Got a Friend in Me and changed it just enough so it was legal, though it is at least on Disney Plus now, so maybe it was legal anyway. Actually, it came out in 1987, so, who knows what was happening there, but it sounds like You've Got a Friend in Me. At around 21 minutes, Benji steals a quail, bird, some kind of bird from the hunter to feed to the babies. So they're eating that. And he's trying to eat a berry, but it doesn't work. So he's kind of just like wiggling it around. And he looks kind of like a kid who's been told he has to eat this food, but he doesn't want to. So he's just playing with it. It's super, super cute. But it also kind of looks like it just won't go in his mouth. So the guy, the hunter man, ends up tying Benji up because there's a reward out for Benji. So then I was worried about Benji's babies. So is Benji. The wolf comes a few times to Benji, but Benji kind of scares it away. Well, that's not true. Benji tries, but the owner comes out. Hunter, not the owner, comes out, scares the wolf away. But Benji is smart and ends up tripping the wolf. He runs around this stuff. It's like a chair and the fire and maybe something else. And when the wolf comes up, he runs, so it pulls it tight, and the wolf trips. But then somehow Benji went, like, his rope tie thing went through the chair. Also, the hunter was annoyed that Benji went to the end of the rope. What do you expect him to do? If you don't want him to go that far, don't give him a rope that long. It's that easy. But he put him back, and Benji stayed because Benji is a well-trained dog. But he goes through the chair, and so the hunter man unties his collar from the rope, puts him on top of a stack of firewood, and then is like, "Don't move." Why do you expect a dog to listen to that? I wouldn't. Some random person has captured me? No. Also, Benji has seen the helicopter flying overhead a few times, but he stays hidden because he wants to take care of the babies because he's worried about them, which is kind of him. He could go home, but it's kind of him. So he sees the other quail-like bird. It's not a quail. The other bird. I don't know what it is. I'm not a hunter bird person. So he sees it from the firewood, and he's reaching for it, and the guy's like, "Ah, you're going to fall if you move." But as the guy starts to go for him, Benji jumps. The wood kind of starts to fall, and he jumps, grabs the quail, and runs. But then the man, you'd think he would be angry because the dog escaped and took his other bird. So Benji took both of them. I mean, like, he'd shot them. He was going to eat them, I imagine. But Benji took it. But the man ends up smiling. So that happened. Benji is carrying one of the babies in his mouth. And looks like they gave him a stuffed animal to carry. But then you see its face, and it looks very realistic. So then that was a little concerning. I don't know if that was a computer-added thing or if they had, like, a taxidermied baby, or if they somehow trained the baby to be cool with a dog carrying it in its mouth. And if Benji was on board with that, I don't really know. It was interesting. It would be interesting to talk to a dog trainer for movies. But then another big cat takes the 4 babies. He's like, she's like, "They're mine now." And Benji's like, "Okay." Then Benji lies down on some rocks. This is the end of the movie. And a helicopter flies up behind him. So the end happened, and Daniel said, "He didn't even go home." But I looked away because I didn't realize it was the end, so I rewound it and watched it. And it's clear that he's going to. But that's true. He doesn't go home. But a nice implied ending. I asked Daniel what he thought, and he gave me this look. And I was like, what do you have to say? And he said, it was pretty boring. 3. That's generous. So the dog, super cute. But we like movies where people talk. We like the Avengers. We like Star Wars. We like the TV show Chuck that I've mentioned, which is a spy show. We like stuff that's happening. I also like romantic comedies, but stuff is happening verbally in those. Maybe one time I saw a silent movie my junior year of high school. I think it was called The Artist. It was like a black and white movie, and people didn't talk. I fell asleep in the movie theater. Apparently they talked at the end. Sorry if you haven't seen that. And I missed it because I fell asleep. Admittedly, that was partly because I was tired. But I like words. I didn't fall asleep during Benji, but I did also have my phone. I did not take very many notes. I took, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bullet points. And all of them are one line, except for one of them that has the word something on the next line. And that was where I was quoting Daniel. So, and I know I've said before it's good when I don't take a lot of notes because I'm so engaged in the movie, but this is a time that I didn't take a lot of notes because I was so disengaged from the movie that I didn't even want to pay attention to what was happening. Because again, Benji, super cute, super well trained, but it was just Benji moving the animals back, sending other animals away. And it was like if you put a dog in a nature documentary, kind of. Nature documentaries are not really my thing. So I said there was barely any dialogue. I gave it a 2, maybe. I don't want to watch it again. The dog and the babies were really cute, and Benji had good parental instincts. But I like when there's dialogue, and there was none. He just carried the babies around and chased them the whole movie. The beginning, when people were talking, was the most interesting because they were setting up this dramatic story. There was a dog somewhere. Let's find him. And I think it would have helped me engage more if we'd switched between people looking for him and what was happening with the dog. And would have been cool if there were like parallels there or something. But that was not their goal in this movie. Benji's a famous dog. They were making a movie about Benji. But that's not what I personally am into, even though I love dogs. So if you want to watch a dog run around for like an hour and a half, it is the perfect movie for you. I would rather be able to pet the dog while I watch it run around. But that's just me. So this was day 21, the movie Benji the Hunted of Disney Plus Movie Reviews. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.